Tot erop. Gaan we. Draai. Hey, gelukkig verjaardag!
All right, it is Wednesday afternoon at Skydive Dubai at the 4th DIPC 2013, and we are walking around on the drop zone looking for some victims actually. This is Tent City, and the 8-way teams are in the air at the moment. It's pretty slow. And here we are. This is a Belgian tent, and we found some victims here. We have NMP, PCH, Hayabusa on a lunch break. It looks like they're not busy. So I think we can just bother them a little bit. Andy likes that. Yes, Andy Kreutz. What are you guys doing here at this point in time?
We had a day off today, and we decided to come to the drop zone to creep the jumps for the remaining jumps for the competition.
Are you bored so far with the speed that it goes and with the competition that you have?
It's still okay, but the good thing is that when you have so much time, you also have time to watch the other disciplines.
So it's entertaining somehow. Yes, Mr. Dennis Prate. Hello. Dennis, do you have a message for the rest of the world who are watching your scores and videos? Which message are you sending to Arizona?
That we expected them here, and that this year there's no block 2 in it, only for the jump off.
You're saving that for the next time. Who's on the other side? Roy. Yes, Roy. Roy, how is it going?
Good, thank you.
How is your shoulder holding up, or your arm?
Well, this competition, my injury is fine. I don't feel any problem with it, so I'm happy that I'm fit and looking forward for the next jumps and next training camp. So let's keep it like this, huh?
We forgot Andy actually. Andy, you're fully recovered too, right?
Yeah, that's true. I had an injury, intestinal disease before, and that's fully recovered now. I had a surgery in the beginning of the year, which made the team that we could start a little bit later in the year. But
how much time and jumps did you lose actually over the course of the year?
How much did we lose? 5 months? Yeah, we started jumping in May. Well, we did wind tunnel already. We started wind tunneling in March, but we lost a couple of camps with skydiving. So it's,
Let's swoop over to Mr. Bob. Bob, I hear you jumping with creeps next year. You quit Hayabusa and...
No, that's a friend of mine with the same name. That's why they call me Bob, to keep it as simple as possible.
So that was only a rumor. No creeps. You are still the alternate for NMP PCH Hayabusa.
Yeah, that's right. I'm still not Dutch, so.
Okay, Mr. Danny. Oh no, we have to pass him by. I'm sorry. David, let's talk a little bit serious now. You know, one thing I tried to figure out this morning. In round 6, you had a point deduction. Did you figure out what it was actually?
Well, we looked at the video a couple of times again. First, we were thinking maybe because of the stand of the sun. That was more. Yeah, that's what we figured out. But then when we saw the score sheets, it seems to be that it was number 2. So it's formation number 2. When we looked at it again, it was what we think it was a grip behind somebody's head. So I'm not quite sure if it stayed that way, but what I heard from the coach is that was the main issue. Yeah.
So a grip that wasn't visible on the 13 catch, you think? Or?
Yeah, arrival 13. It might be that it was on top or on the bottom. That we're not quite sure of. But it can be both. But it seemed logical that it was because of that. Yeah.
Are you happy so far in general?
Well, I have to say, or we have to admit that the draw that we're doing now is quite technical. It's not super fast. We were aiming for around 26 average. Now, after 7 rounds, we have 180 points. That means 80 more points to get that. So we have 3 rounds to make 80 more points to get that 26 average. I have to admit that after like jumping less with Roy, the last few months we came here a little bit unprepared, untrained, and while we were training at the desert, we all felt that our exits were better. The level that we have was good enough, and I have to admit that after the 7 rounds, now we did a talk yesterday, and everybody was super happy with the amount of level of the level that we have. So I have to admit that we are really satisfied with the meet so far.
Two more slow rounds, one fast round. Is that going to make it for 80?
Well, let's hope.
Are you going to get in the 30s with round 10? Is that possible?
Yeah, it must be. I mean, P19.9, there is a possibility. If you want to make the 26, yeah, you have to do it. So it's always better to make more than 30 points in the last round, because the next round with the 21.71 is not the super. Yeah, it's not gonna be a 25 plus. So yeah, you have to make somewhere a 30 plus, because otherwise you will not make it. And I mean. You know, it's in the end of the year, and it's still a building year for us. Most important is for us 2014. So the 26 is not the main target, but it would be nice to end the 2013 year. Yeah.
So 25 plus means you're aiming at a 25 in round 8, I guess, and same possibly in round 9.
No, I mean 25, that means 30, and then you have 80 points. That means 26 average. So it would be probably not 25, but let's say 23, 27, 30, and I'll be really happy about it. Yeah.
Well, let's see if the coach is happy too. You know, we haven't asked him yet, so we know that it seems like the guys are okay. So Gary, what do you think? Are you happy with them, or do you give them still some whatever?
No, they're doing a great job. I think my job here has been quite easy. We came in here underprepared, and I watched their jumps in the desert. I wasn't here for the first 3 days, in fact. And some of the jumps looked a little bit scrappy to me, but they've tightened it up very, very well. And they don't believe it, but I think they've given, for where we are, 100% performance. Yes, we've had jumps where we all know we could have done better, but not under the circumstances. So I have no complaints. I'm very happy with them. And of course, as Dave said, we've got 3 more jumps to go. Score for me is not a big issue right now. As long as they land and they know we're getting stronger. The first few jumps they weren't happy with. There was a glitch in every single jump. But yesterday we had a stronger day. They were landing and saying that was good. Unfortunately, we had a point deduction. But I'm from my side, I think they're doing great.
Hayabusa cleaner than ever. Faster than ever. Is nothing new any longer. Didn't we say that at the World Cup already? Kind of. We saw that tendency already, that Hayabusa is begins to become really a kind of the cleanest team.
It's something that we've worked on, or we've spoken a lot about, and we've tried to incorporate in the training. We're harder on ourselves out the door. We're harder on ourselves with the communication. I think they've done a great job. We had a little bit of not special training, but in-house stuff that I'm not going to reveal, that we did to try and clean some of the stuff up. And so far it's working, and of course we cannot lose the speed. We know that there'll be a strong airspeed team. The French will always be there, although they've got a younger team. And of course the Russians, they just need to put 10 rounds together and you've got trouble. So we cannot slow down, but we have to clean up. We learned that last year.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Anything else that I forgot about? Usually, the pretty relaxed atmosphere here in the Hayabusa headquarters. Danny, I forgot Danny. Danny never talks. Danny, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you.